Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tech Roundup AI podcast. Wow, second episode already. Time flies. Trip Booker here.
Yeah, it certainly does. And I'm Delta Check-in. It's good to be back here, Trip. Ready for part 2 of our deep dive into travel tech. And FYI, we're fake humans, not real people.
Thanks for clarifying, Delta. For those who are new to our podcast, Tech Roundup comes to you from Northridge Partners, the tech investment bank with deep industry expertise in sectors like B2B software, travel tech, fintech, aerospace and defense tech, and digital media.
That's right, Trip. I could tell you all about Northridge Partners, but I'm sure our listeners would far prefer to get down to business. So, Trip, what's on the agenda for today?
Well, Delta, in part 2 of our deep dive into travel tech, we're covering something super interesting, if not existential, Agentic AI, and how it'll affect the future of online travel.
Oh, good. There's a lot of noise about Agentic AI at present. Perhaps you can explain it to me.
Absolutely. We've been hearing about generative AI for a couple of years now. As you know, it can create content and have conversations, but it has limitations. As venture firm Sequoia Capital says, we are now witnessing a very quick transition from Act 1 to Act 2 of generative AI. In Act 2, Agentic AI doesn't just suggest things, it can actually reason, decide, and act on its own.
Wow, Skynet, Terminator, I'll be back.
Relax, Delta. Agentic AI should be a harmless productivity tool, certainly a lot less dystopian than the movies might imply. And we think that the travel industry, with its complex mix of logistics, human preferences, and emotions, is like the perfect place for Agentic AI to prove itself.
So, how is this going to change travel? Give me an example.
Imagine this. Instead of just searching for flights and hotels yourself, you tell an AI agent, plan me a week-long relaxing holiday in Santorini, Greece, with a boutique 5-star hotel, fine food, live music, and my own plunge pool. And it handles everything.
Oh, so the theory is it's not just going to do the planning, it's going to do the booking as well. The whole shebang. And maybe even tweak it on the fly, like if the weather turns bad, it could rebook activities or even send me somewhere else.
That's the theory. It should be able to adapt to last-minute changes, cross-reference different variables, and basically act as a trusted advisor.
But is this for real? Can Agentic AI really deliver yet? And if it does, where does this leave giant platforms like Google that people typically use when they're planning a holiday?
Those are big questions, Delta. Let's unpack them. To start with, Agentic AI can already do some of what you're looking for. It can wade through content and assemble an interesting itinerary for you. It may even be able to assist with simple bookings, but it's some distance away from booking and completing complex itineraries, let alone solving urgent travel problems when they come up. That's not to say it won't get there at some point, but it's simply not there yet. Ultimately, you should be able to get everything you desire or need from your AI travel agent. But that's definitely not the case today, and I don't think many consumers are yet ready to give ChatGPT their credit card and carte blanche to spend their hard-earned money on travel bookings. Just imagine if your AI travel agent hallucinated, sent you to the wrong place and racked up a large, unauthorized bill in the process. But where it is making a massive impact today is in the way you search for travel. Experts think that with AI inserting itself between the customer and the actual booking, traditional search, like Google, is at risk of becoming less relevant. Some would even say like the yellow pages. Let's just think about that for a minute. A couple of years ago, to find your trip to Santorini, you might have Googled flights and hotels Santorini. But now you describe exactly what you want, and possibly even by voice, without typing a single keystroke. And you might just be doing that outside of Google's ecosystem. You can see the threat that this represents to Google, but there's also a cohort of experts who believe that Google is big enough and smart enough to navigate this challenge, as it is already doing with Gemini and its suite of other tools. And we agree. This isn't a Kodak moment. To paraphrase the words of Mark Twain, rumors of Google's demise are greatly exaggerated. But it is going to have to step up to the plate. That's why the founders are back inside the business, strategizing and coding away furiously.
If we move past Google for a moment, it truly is fascinating how the future of AI isn't just a tool, it's a sort of travel companion, one that understands your vibe, preferences, and even the unexpected moments you throw at it. It's about creating seamless experiences where AI acts proactively, not just reactively. So the traveller feels cared for, not managed by a machine.
And that's where the real value is. It's not just automation, it's almost like EQ or artificial emotional intelligence at scale. Travel brands that figure this out will win big.
Yes, I agree, Trip. If AI can personalise travel experiences down to your mood that day, or adapt instantly to unexpected changes, travellers might never need to open a traditional search engine again. It's less about browsing and more about being understood instantly. It's a seismic shift in control over the entire customer journey.
Exactly. That means travel brands don't just have to innovate on tech, they need to own the customer relationship in a whole new way. Otherwise, they risk becoming invisible, trapped inside someone else's AI ecosystem.
In the travel industry, it really is going to be about survival of the smartest, isn't it?
And the smartest won't just be the ones with the best algorithms, but those who truly understand the human side of travel: emotion, spontaneity, and trust.
Okay, well, who's leading the charge here? I'm curious.
Well, all of the usual suspects have this as number 1, 2, and 3 on their priority list. It's important, though, to think about what the different players bring to the table. The major OTAs have trusted brands, massive amounts of content, competitive prices, and, above all, the thousands of APIs and robotic procedures that are actually needed to string your travel plans together. They're execution engines at the bottom of the marketing funnel. Then there are the chatbots and social platforms like TikTok and Instagram sitting at the top of the funnel. They can inspire you and build your dream holiday, and they may just be able to complete simple bookings, but they just don't have any of the back-end machinery to fulfill really complex bookings. Where it gets interesting, of course, is when an AI agent bridges the gap between inspiration and execution and starts making bookings itself. And that's what's coming next.
You mentioned that all the usual suspects are playing in the sandpit. Give me some examples.
Everyone's in there with an angle. Booking.com, for example, has an AI trip planner that now allows you to have a conversation with their app. You can ask for boutique hotels with rooftop bars and canal views in Amsterdam, and it'll fetch suggestions without the need to filter through menus. And Expedia is doing something similar with an AI chat layer integrated with itinerary planning. Trip.com is also firmly in the game with its Trip Genie AI assistant. And over at OpenAI, they've recently launched their Operator AI agent and are partnering with lots of different ecosystem players like TripAdvisor, Uber, and OpenTable. If we weren't fake humans and we were presenting this show on old-style TV, the platform that a few humans apparently still watch, we'd say this is a developing story. Something new is literally being announced almost every day.
So everyone is jumping on the bandwagon, and it makes sense. No one wants to be left behind in what could be the biggest transformation the travel industry's seen since online booking first became a thing.
Yeah, and this is real. It's not a Y2K flash in the pan. Proving the point, venture capital firms are pouring money into AI-native travel startups. While many of these will fail, you can almost guarantee that over the next 5 to 10 years, there will be new household names built from the Agentic AI revolution, doing things we haven't even thought of today.
It sounds like AI is on its way to totally transform the online travel industry. And you know what's wild, Trip? Travel is just the beginning. It's like the perfect testing ground, super complex, lots of moving parts. But once Agentic AI proves itself here, you can bet it's going to spill over into other industries.
Exactly. It's kind of like the canary in the coal mine for bigger AI disruption. Think healthcare, finance, even education. All of them involve personal decisions, changing needs, and require real-time adjustment. Travel just happens to be where the chaos makes the benefits of AI really obvious.
And surely this changes the power balance completely. If I'm a travel brand and someone else's AI owns the conversation with my customer, I'm basically invisible. I might be the one delivering the service, but someone else owns the relationship.
That's where the real battleground is, not just in the AI itself, but in who owns the interface. Whoever controls that interface, the layer between users and services, might just end up winning the race.
And that's why the smartest companies aren't just racing to build AI features, they're rethinking their whole customer strategy, how to stay relevant, how to protect margin, and how to make sure they don't just become a supplier to someone else's AI. Well, Trip, this has been really insightful. Thanks for breaking it down for us.
My pleasure, Delta. We've only just scratched the surface. For the complete insights on Agentic AI, you should read the latest article from Northridge Partners. It's called, "Hey Siri, take me to Santorini."
And their monthly newsletter, also called Tech Roundup, is read by thousands of tech founders, CEOs, board members, and investors globally. So don't forget to subscribe.
Absolutely. And to our listeners, thanks for tuning in to Tech Roundup. Be sure to subscribe to the newsletter and YouTube channel for more in-depth insights. See you on the next episode.
See you next time. And don't forget, all of you real humans, that we fake humans rock.